Y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story that I want to share with you, and it's really interesting. The timing of it is interesting because they are proposing, or rumors are swirling about March 11th through March 15th, possibly a financial collapse. Of course, we never know when that is going to happen, but everybody's expecting it. All signs point to something big coming. The rich people are building bunkers, trying to get all out of America. Um, they've sold their stocks. They're talking about going underground. There's a lot of military movement all over the country. If you read comments on specific channels, they're talking about how much military movement is happening. Um, Even here where I live, there was a story in the newspaper about the military coming to one of the largest cities in the rural area that I live in. So I don't know if it was staging. I don't know what the purpose of it was for, but it was the army. So in any event, something is going on, and so this particular story struck me because as we know that the system has to collapse because we don't have no money. The emperor don't have clothes and is broke, can't pay their bills, and so they gotta transition this system. So it's going to collapse sometime soon. I just don't know when. So this bill that they're proposing in Congress would require SNAP cards, which are the cards that people who receive food stamps, was what we used to call them back in the old days, but they call them SNAP benefits, would have to have microchips and other safeguards to combat skimming. So, here is where the poor people always get stuck with testing out these different things before they roll it out upon everybody. So, this is a U.S. Senator from Oregon introduced a bill Thursday that would dramatically increase the security of benefits cards that low income families use to buy groceries. The bill comes amid a startling number of thefts from participants in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, whose electronic benefits, notice everything is electronic already, so they got you addicted to. That's the only way you're gonna get these benefits. They used to be paper coupons. Now they're electronic. So now because of theft, you're gonna have this better way, which is a chip inside of the card. So and this is coming from your beast. And so if you take it, you'll have a form of a mark. If you don't do what they tell you to do, they're going to keep you from going to the store and buying groceries. If that's your hustle, because you like to sell stuff from what you buy, and I'm just keeping it above, you won't be able to do that either. So you won't be able to buy and you won't be able to sell. If you know, you know. So it says whose electronic benefits transfer cards contain data on a magnetic strip that is easy for criminals to clone using hidden skimming devices. The thieves produce duplicate cards that they use to drain victims' SNAP funds. Skimming is not unique to SNAP EBT cards, but embedded microchips, and other features such as contactless payment have long combated this form of electronic robbery in consumer credit card and debit cards. But you know what didn't happen was when they printed out them paper coupons and they gave you your books and you had to sign for them. So somebody had to be home to sign for them. And you got your little coupon books and you had to go to the store and you tear out your little coupons that were like $1. You give it to the people in the store. Now, if you lost your coupons, that's on you. But it wasn't like people still stole, um, but you were responsible for your stuff. So they were on your person, they were in your house. So it was more likely that if something was stolen from you, you know who took it, or at least you know where it was stolen from. Whereas now, you could just be walking and somebody could have a device and skim some information from your card, and then that's it. That's a wrap. So it says no states currently issue chip-enabled SNAP EBT cards, according to the U.S. Agriculture Department, which oversees SNAP, a program formerly known as food stamps. Excuse me, y'all. My window is up, so that's why it's traffic. And it's Saturday, so people are just doing the most with the cars. Some, such as California, are in the planning stages of transitioning to chip cards, which is going to be in your digital wallet. So this is how they're going to keep you from buying and selling. This is the mark of the beast. This is setting up. This is the the this is the beast. We won't say it's the mark. This is the beast, and it is a form of a mark. The bipartisan bicameral bill, and so both parties support this. With NBC News shared first with NBC News, was introduced by Democratic Senator Ron Wyden. So notice who's doing this: Democrats, the ones who love democracy, want you to be tracked. If passed, it would direct the USDA to issue cybersecurity regulations. Updated cybersecurity regulations for all SNAP EBT cards for the first time since 2010, requiring them to have microchips. And how much you want to bet they already got these cards ready to give out to people? Families right now, so whenever they take down this system, people are going to be hungry. You're going to get your benefits on these little cards that already got chips on them. They're going to program them so you won't be able to buy whatever they don't want you to buy, like meat and good stuff, Kool-Aid, pizzas, junk food. You're going to only be able to buy lollipops, spinach, and tomatoes, genetically modified fruits and vegetables. Families right now are vulnerable as ever, having their SNAP benefits stolen by crooks, Biden said in a phone interview before the bill's introduction. This is just unacceptable for 2024 in America. Lilia Kondrachuk, a daycare teacher and single mother who lives in Lynn, Massachusetts, had her SNAP benefits skimmed just before Thanksgiving in 2022. She learned her funds had been stolen while trying to pay for groceries at the supermarket and discovered that more than $750 had been wiped out, leaving less than $1 on her account, she said. And notice, she white. Look at her. It crushed me, Kondratyuk said, adding that she had about $200 worth of food in her cart when her card got declined. I was just kind of embarrassed. Kondratyuk eventually got reimbursed from the state for the stolen funds, but she said the theft caused her financial challenges for months. She feels Thursday's bill is urgently needed. Notice it always be these children of the corn, always advocating for this stuff. Ooh, child. She feels Thursday's bill is urgently needed so families, including her own, won't have to go through the same experience. Now, I always tell y'all the boogeyman be stealing everything and doing everything, shutting everything off. What if the boogeyman is the very man that wants to introduce this bill so that you will be asking for the protection, and then once you get it, you'll eventually figure out that you imprisoned yourself. But it'll be too late because all the legislation will be passed. Gotta watch out for that boogeyman. Gotta watch out for him. I just don't want to have that worry in the back of my head always, she said. Is it going to happen all over again? Snap skimming has proliferated in recent years. In late 2022, Congress authorized states to use federal funds to reimburse victims of SNAP skimming in certain circumstances through September 2024. So that also lets you know something is coming. If they said you can do it till September 2024, this is why I said we don't necessarily know who the boogeyman is. But what if the boogeyman is the man and the boogeyman has a plan for allowing you to be robbed and then reimbursing you and then coming up with the solution? So they created the problem because we had paper food stamps and all was well. You can put them in your breast. Ain't nobody going in there to take nothing. You can put them in your pocket. You can put them in your purse. Nobody can skim paper. So, just got my tinfoil hat on, y'all. Millions of dollars worth of stolen SNAP funds have since been reinstated, but Wyden said that has only provided a partial solution. So numbers on a card were stolen, and then they replaced the numbers on the card again. That's useful, but it just doesn't tackle the root of the problem, he said. The root of the problem is lackluster security for SNAP cards. Thursday's bill is co-sponsored by Senator Bill Cassidy, Republican for Louisiana, and John Fetterman, a Democrat from Pennsylvania. So SNAP is supposed to help the person who is food insecure, Cassidy said in a statement to NBC News. It is not supposed to help crooks who steal these benefits. So notice, it still don't do nothing about the crooks. This fights the crooks while preserving the benefits for those most in need. And people got chips now. It ain't stopping nobody from stealing nothing. It don't even stop the crooks from going in and stealing from the company the information. So it's just some BS. But if you don't have no common sense, you think this is great. Fetterman echoed that, saying in a statement that it was despicable that thieves are targeting vulnerable, hungry families with cybercrime scams. The House companion bill is led by Representative Andy Kim, Democrat, New Jersey, and Mike Lawler, a Republican of New York. Wyden said he hopes the bill will pass as part of the Farm Bill. That's what we got to pay out. I got to watch this Farm Bill, a sweeping piece of legislation that is up for renewal later this year and reauthorizes federal programs such as SNAP. His bill calls for states to begin issuing chip-enabled EBT cards within 2 years. So it's 2024. That would be 2026. It'd have to be done when the bill passes, and it'd be right on time for 2028. Now, I'm sure they want to do this a little bit before 2025, but they ain't going to make it. So you got to extend the plan back a little bit. If I had it my way, it would have happened yesterday, Wyden said. There are nuts and bolts issues with respect to technology that have to be implemented. Anti-hunger and anti-poverty advocacy organizations endorsed the bill, including the Massachusetts Law Reform Institute, which has fought for reimbursement for skimming victims in its states. Vicki Negus, policy advocate at the Massachusetts Law Reform Institute, praised the bill for supporting SNAP participants. We don't even know nothing about this organization, but I'm going to go look it up because y'all know that's what I do. So it says she praised the bill for supporting SNAP participants beyond just adding chip technology to EBT cards. The bill would also require the USDA to issue updated anti-fraud technology regulations every 5 years, so SNAP keeps pace with the security of credit and debit cards. There it is. It's coming, y'all. Additionally, it would require states to issue a replacement card within 3 days if an EBT card is stolen or cloned by fraudsters. The goal here is to, so this also means that people have to report things and things are tracked. It's going to be a lot. The goal here is to make sure that everybody has equitable protection in the checkout line, period. Nigga said. So, the mark is coming. Everybody is going to get it. Now, the thing is, we don't know what's in the chip. You know, it may not matter what type of card you have because the chip is the thing that allows the thing to be programmed. As a matter of fact, this is the premier programming chip because with these EBT cards, they program what you can and cannot buy already. Like you can't buy laundry detergent or things that are not food. You can buy certain foods from farmers markets, like they have it programmed. So this is a replica of what the mark will be like. So whenever they get ready to roll it out, these are your participants who helped you, get that critical mass. So anyway, I just wanted to share this story with y'all. It came out 2 days ago, but I think it's interesting of the timing being that there is a prediction that the economic collapse is coming really soon. So y'all keep your eyes open. Continue to prep, continue to pray, continue to seek the Most High, and warn your brethren about what's coming. I know they're not going to listen, but they will soon enough. All right, this is Marley K.